Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Gets fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Hackenberg on second down. Now he's forced out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go.
To throw, Hackenberg. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's got this down to the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. TJ Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
So right. Hey, spread right, snap. Hey, 11B. 11.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Omaha. Move. Lucy.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's coming off an impressive Pro Bowl campaign in 2017.
You're talking about 14 and a half sacks, tied for 2nd in the NFL. And now when offensive linemen hear the name DeMarcus Lawrence, they quake in their boots. How do we block this guy off the edge?
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Hackenberg. And that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue Lanny. Blue Lanny.
Third and long for Hackenberg. Looking for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Green 80.
There's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Omaha.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Let's go. Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Green 80. Let's go.
On 1st down, Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lee. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Here's a give to Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Bortles. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. The ball comes out, and the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hackenberg. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Hackenberg from the gun on 3rd. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And out will come the offense as they take over. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing is Bortles. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just
under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Miles Jack able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
380. 380. So right. Move. Lucy.
Bortles eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. David Irving in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Hey, let's go. Trip slip.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Lee. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40. At the 38-yard line. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Lucy. 380.
Now Bortles maybe with a free play. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
Spread right, 72. Lucy. Hey, 5-0. Go left.
To throw is Bortles. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
380.
Again, it's Bortles.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught by Lee. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquise Lee with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And some space here. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Here we go. Move. So right.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Lucy. 380. I'll go. Throw that. 372. Move. So right. 3
Here's Bortles to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back up into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. Flushed out right. His throw caught right around the 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. One man in the backfield, Elliott. Hackenberg. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bailey able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And this one is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Buying time to his left. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. To throw, it's Bortles. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bortles to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cole. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Bortles now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Bortles. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue lining. Blue lining.
On third down, Hackenberg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Spread right, 72. All good.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bortles to throw on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Hackenberg. Dancing to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Hackenberg, and this is caught at the 8. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Cowboys going for 2. Now, last season, they were 0 for 3 on 2-point tries. Didn't convert a single one. From the gun, Hackenberg eluding the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe. And now out come the Jags. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
380. It's all right. 11B. Lucy. 73. Lucy.
Bortles now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
380. Spread right, 72. Lucy. Hank. Spread right, 72.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line. Before it's all said and done. Bortles now on first down. Shedding through the defense. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Lucy.
Now Bortles. Pass incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
380. Lucy. 11B.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. And out now come the Cowboys. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Second down, Hackenberg. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of his end zone, Hackenberg looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Looking deep for Elliott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is brought in at the 21. He spins free. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
372. Hey, 54, Ricky. Lucy. Throw that. Hey, 54, Ricky. 3 inches.
On first down, Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Hank. 11B. 3 inches.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Flushed out right. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 43 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
380. Move. 372. Lucy. 372.
Into the red zone. It's Bortles. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Set. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Now Elliott. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Green 80. Spread right, 72.
Throwing is Bortles. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sean Lee leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, it was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. Now they try the right side here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Bortles going to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Omaha. Hey. Hey, follow. 372.
Bortles. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Jaguars on third down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. Shotgun now for Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 26. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Desperation time. Hackenberg on 4th. And he can't get a throw away. he's taken down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Lucy. Set. 380.
Bortles going to look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
380. 372. 11. Hey, 54 Ricky. 387.
Bortles to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught. A big play there. Bortles to lead. 44 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Jacksonville, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody. You